Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Phoenix and this is the Consumer's Guide to Filmmaking. Superman, 2025, James Gunn. This film follows Superman. Shocking, I know. After getting his ass royally handed to him by the Hammer of Baravia, Superman retreats to the Fortress of Solitude to recoup. Meanwhile, Lex Luthor has taken this opportunity to sell his army of super soldiers to the US government in order to combat the threat of Superman. Now fully rejuvenated, Superman returns to Metropolis, but Luthor has conned the people into thinking Superman is a threat to the world. Vilified and later captured by Lex, Superman must find a way forward in uncertain times in order to stop Lex Luthor once and for all. Look, everyone, look! It's a Superman movie where Superman is being Superman. Like, seriously though, what a fucking novel concept, and isn't it shocking that a film where Superman is being Superman is good? Okay, I need to calm down. Legit. I think James Gunn did a swell job with this film, especially in the writing department. Again, Superman was being Superman. He was saving children and small critters. He was being wholesome and hopeful and charming. He believed in humanity, the good in us all, and fought against a proper cartoon villain who was jealous of the fact that people didn't like him over Superman. It was fun. Fuck Zack Snyder and his dour bullshit. Superman hasn't been this dope and this excellently portrayed on screen since 2006 if we're being generous. That final speech Superman gave to Lex at the end was absolutely inspired in terms of how it summed up Soup's arc in this movie. Okay, like in the grand scheme of things, it isn't a hyper-intelligent story or anything, but James Gunn understands tone really well in these cape films, and after this, I am convinced this man really understands Superman. On another note, what I really liked about this film was how Gunn just threw you to the wolves with this one. Like, you get a text blurb explaining the universe and the current state of affairs, but aside from that, you get no origin story or long-winded explanation of who Superman is. You know who Superman is, and you are left to glean relationships, dynamics, and motivations from the scenes themselves. In short, Gunn treats the audience like they have a brain. The cast, of course, helped Gunn bring this script together. To start, donning the red and blue is David Corenswet. An unknown commodity, really. David's turn as Superman might be better than Cavill's, and might even equal Christopher Reeve. He had presence, he delivered his lines with conviction, with charm, and carried himself, and I cannot stress this enough, like fucking Superman. To counter him, Nicholas Hoult gives a very commanding performance as Lex Luthor. The douchey rich guy at first, he really brings it all home at the end. The sheer level of sniveling, low-test energy he got to portray was incredible. Yeah. Maybe there was a little twinge of reality because apparently Nicholas Hoult auditioned for the role of Superman and lost out to Corenswet. So, you know, he really is jealous of Superman. Anyways, as Lois Lane, we have Rachel Brosnahan, and she is very charming in this role. Her and Corenswet have a very cute chemistry together. A great set of players have joined these three to support the iconic three characters of Superman, Lex Luthor, and Lois Lane. The Justice Gang, its working name, of Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific are portrayed by Nathan Fillion, Isabella Merced, and Edie Gathegi, respectively. Fillion, I think, was a big highlight of the film, as well as Edie Gathegi. Both of them brought such distinct personalities to those characters. I was unfamiliar with the Guy Gardner version of the Green Lantern, but I want to check out some comics with him pronto, because he seems like a fun character. Another standout was Anthony Kerrigan as a character called Metamorpho. He had some legit meaty scenes to work with, especially in that pocket universe prison. I'm looking forward to him showing up more too. James Gunn, of course, is no slouch at the director's helm either. While this film is more or less your usual CGI clusterfuck, Gunn has a decent visual eye and knows how to work with big budgets. The action scenes, while not the greatest, have a solid flow to them and are pretty tightly edited for a film of this scale. On the subject of budgets, the volume of computer effects never really ripped me out of the film, and everything looked fairly seamless. Even the dog looked decent. The costumes were pretty great in terms of design. Superman's suit looked colorful for the first time in fucking 20 years. Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl looked dope. Mr. Terrific had a very unique look to him. The crew did a great job of capturing the spirit of these comic books and these characters. The music, though, I think is really impressive. The score by John Murphy and David Fleming was certainly John Williams-esque. However, this is not a case of them ripping off John Williams, no. This is more so a respectful and reverent homage to that classic Superman score from the 70s. The film's main motif is best captured in the scene where the people of whatever the fuckistan, before being invaded by Bravia, or whatever the fuck they're called. And in this scene, there's a kid raising a Superman flag. The piece starts as this light synth melody, but when it peaks, it is the swelling chorus of horns with the synths hiding underneath them, enhancing it. It has punch, it is memorable, and it feels triumphant like that John Williams score did. So yeah, I think I like James Gunn's Superman, to say the least. While Gunn isn't doing anything too new in terms of cape films with this one, Gunn shows a clear reverence and deft understanding of what makes Superman special. It's a fun blockbuster extravaganza brought to life by a cast that are giving it their all and are really eating this material up. Color me intrigued. I am looking forward to James Gunn's DCU. And if you're a cape shit fan, this film is definitely one you're gonna want to see in theaters. Recommended. And I am feeling an 8 out of 10 on this one. It is damn good. It's a fun Superman movie, you know? Catch you later, guys.